This child named Taki is a reincarnation of a grown woman who died 10 years ago, but her body is belonged to a 10-year-old girl. This 10-year-old body has a mother who neglected her and blamed her for the misfortune in her life. Taki's mother was always tired to spend time with her. Oftentimes she arrived home tired and sleepy. She would just went to bed right away, ignoring Taki and neglecting her. This must be the reason why a wandering soul got into this child's body without a problem, due to the fact that the mind of this child was exhausted and had no enough will to fight for her life. Who would want to live in a miserable life like hers? A constant neglect and blames from her mother is too much to take. Her day-to-day life is full of pain, stress, and uncertainties. Being reincarnated, we all understand that the mind, memories, and consciousness of this child was temporarily erased or put on hold, so that the mind, memory, and consciousness of the deceased wife could freely exist. But how could a grown and married woman live in a body of a 10-year-old child? And this is the main problem of the protagonist, to convince her husband that she was indeed the reincarnation of his deceased wife. How could he believe her? She is in a body of a child. But despite of her physical appearance, she followed her emotion and went to her husband and daughter whom she loved very much. Her husband is afraid to be called a pedophile, had done his best to get away from her. But she is so persistent to be with him, so whenever she sees him, she always has something for him to show her love and affection. Her constant effort and affection motivates him to give up his guard and return her love and affection. He himself started to show affection to her, like making her lunch and escorts her to school events. Now the protagonist has still a lot of problem to resolve. As a child who is a reincarnation of a married woman, she must live according to her physical age and physical identity. Her widowed husband understands she must live as a child, but there is a huge problem. Her mother, who is bitter, keeps abusing her and hates her, due to the fact that her father had abused and divorced her mother. Her widowed husband must help her to resolve this issue. He wanted to talk to Taki's mother to motivate her to love her daughter. But this cannot be done overnight. In order to do this, a patient pursuit has to be done. But before he can execute his good plan, he must first ensure the safety of his reincarnated wife. The first step is to make sure she wouldn't get abused again by her mother. To do this, he must temporarily adopt his reincarnated wife. But adopting a child doesn't happen overnight. There is a long process that could take years. So as a husband who cared for his wife very much, regardless of the fact that his wife is in a body of a child, he came to Taki's house and faced her mother, and bravely asked her to allow him to adopt Taki. The bitter mom gave Taki to him without a problem. You can find what happened next by watching the Reincarnated Scene Part 2. Thank you all and God bless.